Imagine a time of great change. This was the Viking Age. It spanned 3 centuries, from the late 700s to the mid-1000s. Norse people sailed out from their Scandinavian homes. Their story is truly epic. Who were these Vikings? They were more than warriors. They were farmers and artisans, poets and skilled explorers. Their society was complex, with its own laws, beliefs, and powerful Norse gods. Their impact still echoes through our modern world. The name Viking is debated. It might mean pirate raid or person from Viken. Not all Scandinavians were Vikings. Many farmed their lands, but some sought fortune or new places to live. Their voyages changed history. Viking influence stretched far beyond just northern Europe. From Russia's wide rivers to North America's coast, they left indelible marks on many different cultures through trade and settlement. A remarkable human story. Vikings had a reputation, often a very fearsome one. They were known as raiders. Monasteries were prime targets, like Lindisfarne in England, the year 793 AD. A brutal, shocking attack. It terrified Christian Europe. Their longships were swift. Why did these raids happen? Several complex reasons exist. Perhaps overpopulation at home, or a simple search for wealth. Maybe a response to threats from expanding southern empires. Revenge could also be a motive. Their reasons were not simple, a mix of many factors. Their attacks were very swift and often incredibly brutal. They used axes and swords. Warriors carried round shields. They were highly skilled fighters, trained hard from their youth. Surprise was their great ally. Coastal towns lived in fear of their dragon-headed ships, but this image is incomplete. Not all Norsemen were raiders, and not every raid was identical. Some were very small scale. Others were huge invasions. Like the Great Heathen Army, it conquered parts of England. The warrior is one facet of a much larger story. Where did Vikings originate? Their homeland was Scandinavia, a land of fjords, forests in far northern Europe, present-day Denmark, Norway, Sweden. These lands shaped their spirit. The sea was their main highway. Farming was often difficult, so they looked outwards. Before the true Viking Age, Scandinavia had long been peopled by ancient Germanic tribes. They possessed rich, old cultures speaking their own language, Old Norse. With distinct social structures led by powerful chieftains, they were skilled in crafts. This was their strong foundation. What sparked the Viking Age? Better iron tools helped much, allowing superior ship construction. More land cleared for farming. Population pressure was a factor. Political instability played a role. Chieftains sought greater power. Weak neighbors offered chances, a perfect storm of causes. Their society had clear ranks. Jarls were the noble class. Carls were free peasant farmers. Thralls were enslaved people. Women held certain rights more than elsewhere in Europe. They could own some property. Religion was polytheistic. Gods like Odin and Thor. Section 4. Beyond the sword, Vikings as enterprising traders. Vikings were not just takers, they were also makers and very astute traders. This side is often missed. Their trade networks were vast, stretching from Ireland eastwards to the heart of Central Asia. They connected distant worlds, exchanging goods and new ideas. What items did they trade? Furs from the frozen north, walrus ivory, a prized treasure, amber, timber and iron, and sadly enslaved people. In return, they sought silver and many luxury products, silks, glassware and fine wines, spices from far-off lands. Their towns were trade hubs, places like Hedeby and Birka, Kaupang in Norway, York in England. Archaeologists find rich evidence, coins from the Arab lands, scales and weights for trade. These towns were cosmopolitan, showing a thriving economy beyond just simple plunder. The same ships for raiding were also used for trading. Long ships carried precious cargo and navigated shallow rivers. This versatility was crucial to their widespread success. They established new trade routes along Europe's great rivers. Vikings were savvy merchants. Section 5. Masters of the Maelstrom, Viking ships and starry navigation. How did they travel so far? The key was their ships, the amazing Viking longship, a marvel of engineering, clinker-built with overlapping planks. This made them very strong, yet remarkably flexible too. Shallow drafts helped them. For rivers and beach landings, these ships used sails and oars. A large square sail caught wind. Oars gave power in calms or for careful maneuvering. Ship design evolved over time, becoming more efficient, faster, different ships for varied tasks. The Nar was a cargo ship, broader, for ocean voyages. A ship needs skilled navigators. How did Vikings find their way across the vast open seas? They used the sun and stars. A sun compass likely helped, or a legendary sunstone to find the sun's position, even on quite cloudy days. Nature itself was their map. They knew winds and currents. This knowledge was passed down through many generations, orally in songs and sagas. They observed wave patterns and the color of water. They could smell distant land. Their senses were keenly tuned, allowing incredible sea journeys. Section 6, charting the unknown, legendary Viking pathfinders. Many Vikings were explorers driven by deep curiosity or the need for new lands and vital new resources. They pushed known boundaries. Their voyages were legendary, full of danger and hardship, but also great discovery. These explorers changed maps. Consider Eric the Red, a famous fiery character, exiled first from Norway, then later from Iceland. He sailed west seeking land. Around 982 AD, he found it. He named it Greenland to attract hopeful settlers. A clever marketing move, his son was Leif Erikson. Also a renowned explorer, he heard tales of new land far west of Greenland's shores. Around 1000 AD, he sailed. He discovered a place. He called it Vinland, Wineland, likely part of North America. Vikings were there before Columbus. Other explorers went east, deep into Russian lands. Men like the chief Rurik. He founded a ruling dynasty. The Ruses people emerged, giving Russia its current name. Vikings also reached Constantinople, serving as Varangian guards, brave souls facing the unknown. Section 7, the enduring wake, how Vikings reshaped our world. The Viking Age finally ended around the 11th century AD. Several factors caused this. Scandinavian kingdoms grew strong. Christianity spread through Norse lands, changing their old culture. Raiding became much harder, but their influence remained, a lasting, powerful legacy. Their genetic mark is wide, found throughout modern Europe, from Britain and Ireland to Russia and to Normandy. Many people have Viking roots. Old Norse-shaped languages, especially the English tongue. Words like sky and knife and Thursday for Thor's Day. They shaped political maps. The Danelaw in Old England, Normandy, land of Northmen, in what is now France. The Kingdom of Sicily too, Kievan Rus, Russia's precursor. Viking towns became cities, like Dublin in Ireland. They were also nation builders, so the Vikings. Raiders, yes. Often ruthless, it is true, but also traders, innovators, and incredible explorers too. Farmers, artisans, and poets are truly complex people. They connected many worlds. Their story shows human courage to explore, to understand.